Hey guys, Dr. Kerry Yerkew here, and today is day 12 on my weight loss journey. I started January 1st, and I'm going to review day 12 for you, how it went for me. Things are going really well, and I'm just going to start by showing you my goals, and then we'll get into the foods I ate yesterday and how that went. So if you're not already using Carb Manager, go over to carbmanager.com right here, and then you can join for free. There is a paid version, and I have that because it includes recipes, stuff like that. And it does have some intermittent fasting, including in the paid version. Now, I wrote a book called The 100-Day Diet. It's on Amazon, and it's about my journey of how I lost over 30 pounds in 100 days. And that was a couple years ago. So now I want to go to the next step, and I'm trying to get from 210 down to 192. And I want to retain muscle mass, but I don't want to do it too quickly. I mean, a half a pound to a pound a week would be great. And things are going a little bit faster than I expected. So I'm just going to go to the custom date range here. I'm going to put in January 1st when I started. And what you're going to see is my plot points here. And what I mean by that is I like to use this graph right here, this scattered graph. It shows when I started 210.5 on January 1st, right at midnight. And then the weighing in on the scale each day, the digital scale, is just giving me some numbers here of how I'm doing. And then this latest number, 200.8, was this morning. So I'm pretty excited because you can see if you're doing the right things, you tend to have this up and down scatter process. But if you allow Carb Manager to draw that trend line for you, then you can see where it's going. So that's very exciting. And then also, if you look down here, it shows you what your starting weight was, the latest, and what the goal is, and then how much you've lost so far. And then you can even add some photos. I took some photos at the beginning when I first started, but you can add photos each step of the way here. Maybe I should do that weekly because it'll be a good good track record of how I've been doing. All right, so let's get into yesterday, and let's just see how yesterday went. So this is today, so I haven't started yet today. I just had some coffee and some electrolytes, so I'll show you that in a second. But all right, here's yesterday. So breakfast, just black coffee, and that's what I had again today, so that's excellent. And then for lunch, I break my fast at 11 a.m. I eat till 7 p.m. and then I fast again till 11 a.m. Now, sometimes I get really hungry and I'll have a little snack. And so I haven't been totally disciplined with the intermittent fasting, but in general, things are going pretty good with it. So if I look at my lunch, I had some butter and 15 grams, which is like a normal portion, and I entered that. Lots of fat in butter and calories, but it's counterintuitive. If you eat good fat, it seems like it suppresses your appetite and actually you lose weight. It's just something I found when I wrote my book and went through that 100-day period. I added some gravy to the food, and I had this leftover pork roast, and I actually blogged about that. So the pork roast, 75 grams, 160 calories in there, 7.6 fat, 21.6 protein, lots of protein, so that's good. Now, if you don't eat meat, there's alternatives to that, like tofu, and some days I will use that, and I'll show you the alternatives. But I had this half a patty instead of having the full hash brown patty, which I made the day before for dinner. I used half a patty. So you can do that too. If you really like a food and you know it's not the greatest for you, just cut it in half. That's kind of one of my rules, is cut the food in half. You can still eat it, but just don't eat as much. 7 net carbs, 0.5 protein, 3.5 fat, 65 calories. And then on the plate, mushrooms were in the gravy mix. I logged that in, half a cup of broccoli, I logged that in, Now, broccoli does have fiber. The reason I chose it because I wanted to get more fiber. Yeah, 2.6 grams of fiber, excellent. So broccoli's a really healthy choice because I've been trying to get my fiber intake up to 30 or above. We'll see how I did yesterday. I had some coffee, some heavy cream with it. A good choice is whipping cream versus half and half or milk because there's more fat in it. And again, it works with that principle of healthier fat kind of suppresses the appetite, makes you feel full, and then you don't want to eat as much. So these are my numbers right there for lunch. For dinner, I had some popcorn before I had dinner, so as a little snack, and maybe I should have put that in as a snack. Let's see if I can do that. I have snack 1, 2, and 3 here. Let me take that out because I look like I duplicated it in snack 2. So let's not talk about that right now. It was more of a snack. So for dinner, what I had was, let's look at the eggs first. I hard-boiled 2 eggs, and so 2 net carbs, 12 protein, 10 fat, 140 calories. And let's just look at any other macronutrient breakdown because I haven't had eggs in a while. So lots of protein there. Fat, it's got good fat in it, so I like eggs, and 140 calories. Okay, so I've hard-boiled some extras so that I can have them in the next few days, and it kind of makes it easy to make meals. I'm always trying to think ahead. I had some corned beef hash. Actually bought that in a tin, and so the corned beef hash, I reheated it with some of these vegetables. Now this is new. These are frozen vegetables I bought at Superstore, which is like a Loblaws store in Canada. And I had 186 grams of this vegetable blend, and it had multiple vegetables in it, 8.8 net carbs, but 4.4 fiber in there, which is great. 13.1 total carbs, 2.2 protein, and 66 calories. So not very many calories, some protein, which is good, kind of high on the carbs, which is surprising, but it does have 4.4 fiber. So we'll see what that does for my day end total for the fiber. And then I had some cheese after dinner with some chocolate. Okay, and this is pretty regular for me, the chocolate. The cheese, I try to eat that frequently, and I find that that does help. And I made a chocolate chip cookie, actually baked some cookies and just had one, which is good discipline because sometimes it's tempting to eat 2 or 3. So that's what I had right there. You can see the cookies are high in net carbs, so you don't want to eat 2 or 3 of them. But it was a nice little treat. So again, you can eat foods you really like. You just have to put them in the right place and not eat as much or eat a half portion of those. For a snack, I had peanut butter with honey, and I had some yogurt with that. So I kind of mixed that together. Usually I have a banana with honey and peanut butter, but I didn't have any banana left. Put that on the next grocery order. And I'd like to show you guys what I'm ordering in my grocery order, actually, because I'll be picking it up tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a video later on my grocery order just to show you what I'm doing. I had popcorn. That was my snack I was talking about. 13.2 carbs in there, which is high. Net carbs, but 15 total, 2 fiber. So some fiber, not as much as the broccoli though. So that's interesting. And then I had some chocolate, snack 3. This was actually earlier in the day when I was at work. Okay, so I had 4 squares, 100 calories, 6.4 net carbs in there, and 1.2 protein, 7.2 fat. I worked out, so I did my workout. I swam lengths in the pool, so that's this right here. So that's going to give me a credit of calories and macronutrients. One thing I think I might have missed here is to break my fast, I had my red smoothie. So let's get that in because I missed that one. So red smoothie. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, I talk about what I put in my smoothie. And I grouped it together to make it easy to add the smoothie and not have to enter all the ingredients. So this is mine right here. Okay. And I'm going to put that in as breakfast, even though it was at 11 a.m. But I had that at that time. and I used almond milk for it, so I was back on track because I had run out of that and I had to use regular milk, which was a little different the day before. Now I had lots of water. So I had not only water at the gym when I was working out, but water at home and then water before bed. So I drank lots of water. And today I've had an electrolyte with water, 2 cups, and then some coffee already. So I'm going to enter that in a second. So let's take a look at how the day went. I like to look at total consumed. Total consumed, 84 protein, 121 fat, 1887 calories. So, and 99 net carbs, 26 fiber. So I'm getting good with these macronutrients. I would give this an A on a report card. So it was an A day yesterday. And if I look at the net amounts, of course, they're going to be lower because the exercise gives me that credit. So well within the limits. If I look at my week, calorie-wise here, it looks like yesterday, I consumed net calories 1,000 and 2,000 is what I'm allowed. 3,500 calories is a pound. So this is why the pounds are coming off. It's the right ratio of food, it's the right time frame to eat food, and it's the net calories, right? And drinking water. So all the right things are happening right here for the weight loss. I can end my day now. I can go into, I'm done logging today. I might get some confetti, which I do for yesterday. And then I'm going to go to today. So now today, I had the black coffee. I didn't have anything in it, which is great. And I'm coming up on 11 o'clock now. So black coffee right there. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 cup. I'm going to have another cup right after this. So I'll put in 2. So that's black coffee. And then I had noon electrolyte tablet. So yeah, 1 tab, 15 calories. It does have a little bit of sugar in it, net carb. So if you're strictly doing intermittent fasting, you may not want to have the electrolyte tablet, but I find the electrolyte tablets really help with hydration. And if you get thirsty or dehydrated, then you end up craving food, and it's hard to keep the fast. So it's kind of a bit of a compromise for me. It's a very good compromise. So 2 waters, and then I will continue to work on that, fill up my water bottle, take it to the gym, take it with me to work, that type of thing. So those are my totals for today. And so far, I'll keep you guys posted. I'll do a summary again tomorrow. If you're interested in joining me for my free webinar this weekend, I'll put a link below in the show notes. If you'd like to join me and learn more about how I did it and lost over 30 pounds in 100 days, I developed a course. You can take that course by going to the link below, and then you can self-study these modules on things like lower carb, intermittent fasting, fat, exercise, all those things. And just like from a beginner's level, keep in mind I was 232 pounds when I started. So just kind of working on, the first baby steps and then going from there. So please feel free to go to the course. If you want some one-on-one coaching, I do that as well. I'll put a link below to an initial consultation. Right now we're offering 20 minutes for free, but that's for a limited time. So if you're interested in a 20-minute consult to talk about losing weight and getting in shape, please click on the link below. I'd be happy to talk to you about that, and we could do that on the phone or via Zoom or Google Meet. So thanks so much for joining me today. Everything's going great. I hope it's going well for you guys too, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.